Am I the My boyfriend's dad screwed up. I'm in a difficult situation. F21. A few months ago, my boyfriend's dad asked me to come over for coffee because he'd be at the house alone. I didn't think anything of it. He only ever chatted about his son to me, and we had a good relationship. I also wanted to buy plane tickets for the UK, and my boyfriend suggested I ask his dad for advice on price deals for the tickets because he had traveled many times for work. So that's what I did. I came over and bought us coffee and spoke to him about the plane tickets that I wanted to get for his son and I. He came up behind me and started massaging my shoulders, and I asked him, "Is this your way of telling me to stop stressing?" He said yes and told me to come sit down on the couch in front of him. And I did, still thinking innocently of the situation. He began massaging me back. Again, I was trying not to think anything of it. That was until he started putting his hands underneath my shirt, my heart dropping into my stomach. I didn't want to say anything because we had a good relationship, and insinuating something like that would ruin it. He started moving his hands higher up my shirt until I could feel my shirt was lifted. His hands were on my shoulders. He told me he used to date a masseuse, so he knew what he was doing. I abruptly stood up and said I needed to go home and get ready for work. I was feeling extremely uncomfortable, and my heart was pounding so fast I felt I needed to leave. I got home and told my younger brother about the situation, 18-year-old, and he said that I shouldn't tell my boyfriend what happened, that it'll ruin our relationship and his family's. And I didn't want either. I didn't tell him for a good week, went on holiday with his family, and acted as though nothing had happened. My boyfriend and I arrived at his parents' house a few days earlier than the rest of his family. He forgot to close the door while I was changing, and I had an absolute breakdown about it. He said, "No one's home, it doesn't matter." I cried and told him that I had a friend whose boyfriend's dad touched her under her shirt and that he needed to keep the door closed. He asked me if his dad did something to me, and I ended up blurting out that that was his dad. He confronted his dad about it and has stood by me the whole way through. The dad was forced to apologize to me, but seemed more upset that I outed him than about what he did. He still dislikes me to this day. His wife tried to justify his actions by saying, "Well, why didn't she say anything? Why did she still come back?" It's never been the same with his family since, but my boyfriend backs me and sticks by my side through everything. There's been many rough bumps with his family, but he chooses me every time. I can't help but think that one day when we get married, how awkward the wedding will be considering his entire family does not like me. Reddit, am I the